everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I've been posting so many pictures of what I've been eating on my Snapchat recently, and so many of you have asked to see a what I eat in a day video featuring a lot of healthy alternatives to foods that we love, like cookies and pancakes and stuff. So I'm going to show you that in today's what I eat in a day, as well as a spring salad and a really yummy filling dinner. But for starters, I start everything off in the kitchen and I have my morning drink. Now I've set myself a little rule because I'm trying to drink way more water because I feel like I wake up and I'm so thirsty all the time. So I'll normally say to myself, you can have your breakfast when you've had 1.5 of these nice jugs. This is something that I ordered from Amazon. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll leave a link below. And basically what you do is you just add your water into the bottle, and then in the middle of the bottle you get this little section where you can put in whatever you want, like mint, strawberries, lemon, anything to make your water a little bit more interesting. You guys know I love lemon. I have cut up lemon in my fridge all the time, so I add some lemon in there and then I drink that while I'm doing my emails in the morning. So for breakfast, I don't have these very often, but they're honestly one of my favorite pancakes. They're so easy. They're a really healthy alternative to pancakes because there's literally 3 ingredients in them. All you need is 2 eggs, 2 bananas, some almond butter, and you can also add cinnamon if you like cinnamon. The first thing I usually do is mesh up the 2 bananas with a fork and put that in a bowl. Now this pancake recipe is actually what my family and I call the Lucy pancake recipe. Lucy is my cousin. She actually has something called Crohn's, and once we were all on holiday together and everyone was ordering pancakes, and Lucy had her special Lucy pancakes, and everyone ended up opting out of the gluten dairy pancakes and actually eating Lucy's ones because they were so delicious. So now this is like our favorite recipe and we call it the Lucy pancake. So then I add 2 eggs into the bowl, my almond butter, my cinnamon, and I just blend that all together. So after that's blended all together, it should be a nice non-gloopy consistency. By the way, guys, I do actually bake these pancakes. So I'll take some baking parchment and put that onto a tray, and I'll just dollop a few tablespoons, maybe 3 into little circles, and I'll put the tablespoon into the center of the pancake so that they spread nice and evenly. And usually it takes about 10 minutes for these to cook. They kind of turn a slightly bit browner. They're really filling, so sometimes I have 2 and I'm so full, or maybe even 3 or 4 if they're quite thin ones. And I'll add some fruit to this. I'll add some maple syrup as well. Can we just take a moment for my maple syrup dispenser? It's a cow. It comes out of the cow's mouth. It's so cute. This is actually organic maple syrup and it tastes so good. The pancakes are actually quite sweet. They don't really need maple syrup, but I just quite like it. And yeah, that's my pancake recipe. You can actually just even do it with just the bananas and eggs, so it's like a 2 recipe pancake. Next for lunch, I'm going to show you guys a really yummy spring salad. It's super filling. So the first thing I do for this is boil half a bowl of quinoa and half a bowl of wild rice. And then while that's boiling, I move on to the dressing. So you'll need 1 avocado and I just put that straight into a bowl. And then I'll add 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of sherry vinegar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and half a cup of yogurt. Now, I don't really eat dairy, so this is actually coconut yogurt, but you can use whatever yogurt you like. The coconut yogurt that I really like, if you're vegan, is called Koyo, and it's so yummy, and not actually too coconutty. Once the dressing's blended together, you can't really taste the coconut flavor. And then I'll also add a pinch of salt and pepper. And then I'll just blend that together. And then once that's done, hopefully my quinoa and wild rice is ready. So I'll pour both of those into a bowl after draining them. And then into my mixing bowl, I'll also add half a cup of bean sprouts, some coriander and some parsley as well. And also a small bowl of cut up mangoes, but I'll keep some for the top. And then I'll pour my dressing into that bowl and kind of mix everything around, making sure that the dressing is evenly distributed throughout the whole of the salad. And then I'll pour that into my bowl, and then on the top I like to add some more mango. I'll add some avocado as well, some chopped avocado, and then I'll also add some pumpkin seeds as well. This is so delicious. I really hope you guys try this out because it's super filling. If my sister and I are having salmon or something like that for lunch, we'll half this portion and share it between the both of us, but on its own it is super filling. And around lunchtime I like to listen to some podcasts, and one of my favorites is the TED Radio Hour. They have a whole different host of podcasts covering like so many different topics, and they interview so many interesting different people. So I'll listen to my podcast, eat my salad, and I love the mix between the mango and the avocado. It's so delicious. And now it's time for an afternoon snack. And by the way, guys, ignore the timing of my oven because I honestly have no idea how to work this thing. And when I go away for a week or whatever, I'll turn my oven off from the mains. So the timing is just never right. And I don't know how to fix it. Time for an afternoon snack. I'm going to make some roasted chickpeas today. And the first thing I do is I preheat my oven to 150. Then I pour my chickpeas into a bowl. I'll add some olive oil, spread that around, and then get a bit creative with whatever I'm adding to it. Sometimes I'll add some garlic powder, and then I'll also add some paprika powder for a little bit of spice, and then maybe I'll add some mixed spice as well. Those are my go-to 3 favorites, but you can honestly add whatever you like. And I'll also add a tiny bit of pink Himalayan salt and some pepper as well. Then I'll just pour those all onto a tray, spread them out, and put them in the oven for 20 minutes. And halfway through that 20 minutes, I'll open the oven, just kind of toss them a bit. And then those are my roasted chickpeas. They look so delicious. This is honestly the perfect snack, especially if you're at your desk and you just want something moreish to just kind of pick at, but they're really filling as well. And I like the kick that you get from the mixed spice and the paprika. For dinner, I'm going to make some brown rice noodles with a bean tomato meatball sauce. So the first thing I do is I pour a little bit of olive oil into a pan and add my meatballs into a pan as well. And when those are cooked, I just take them out and let them sit on the side for a bit. And then in the same pan, I'll just add some chopped beans, leave those there for about a couple of minutes, and add some tomato sauce. Sometimes I make my own tomato sauce, so I'll link a recipe for that below. But today I just use this tomato and basil sauce. While the beans and tomato sauce is on a low to medium heat, I'll add some brown rice noodles into some hot water, and then I'll add the meatballs back into my tomato and bean sauce and let those heat up a bit. And hopefully by this point my brown rice noodles are done. They normally take around 4 to 5 minutes. They're super quick. So I'll put that in my bowl, and then I'll add my bean tomato meatball sauce on top. If you guys don't eat meatballs, then you can just skip the meatballs altogether and it still tastes just as delicious. Sometimes when I'm eating dinner, I'll just FaceTime my sister and we'll have dinner together. Or I think in this instance, she literally just got back from the library or something from university. So we'll just FaceTime and chat about our days as I'm eating my meal. And it feels like we're just sitting and eating together. I don't always have dessert at the end of my meal, but recently I've been having so many of these cookies and so many of you have asked for the recipe, so I'm going to show you guys because they're vegan cookies. They don't have gluten in them, they don't have dairy, and they have very minimal sugar as well. First thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to around 170, and then in one big bowl I just add 60 milliliters of coconut oil. You will need this to be melted. I completely forgot when I was filming this that I usually do it with melted coconut oil, and it completely changes the consistency of the cookie. And then I add some almond butter, and then I add some brown sugar, I add some coconut sugar, blend that all together. If any of you are allergic to eggs, or if you're vegan, using something called a flaxseed egg works as a great binder as an alternative to using eggs. So a flaxseed egg is basically 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds mixed with 3 tablespoons of water and then just left for a couple of minutes to set together. So I add my flaxseed egg into a bowl, I add a tablespoon of vanilla extract, blend that all together some more, and then add some baking powder, some baking soda, and then ground almonds and gluten-free oats as well. And then lastly, I'll add some dark chocolate chips, or here I'm using cacao nibs, which are slightly healthier than dark chocolate chips. And then my cookies are ready to go, so I'll just roll them into a ball with my hands. They do spread out quite a bit, so you do want them to be quite flat. Then I'll also sprinkle some cacao nibs on the top of those as well. And these are honestly, just looking at this, it's making me drool. They're so delicious. They're really crumbly and crispy cookies, and they are so good. I've given these to so many people that don't normally have gluten or dairy-free desserts, and they didn't know the difference. They absolutely love them. So I hope you guys love them too, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!